Today, we're really getting into how our brains work. Specifically, we're diving into something called narrative thinking. It's this idea, really more like a scientific finding,
Hmm.
that humans are just fundamentally wired for stories. We want to unpack what that actually means for, learning and communicating.
Yeah, absolutely. And this isn't just like a preference, it's deeper. Jerome Bruner, a key figure here, talked about it as a fundamental way we make sense of the world. He saw two main ways we think.
Two ways.
Right. One is the logical scientific mode. He called it paradigmatic,
Hmm.
think, arguments, proof, that kind of thing. But the other one, the one we use for human actions, intentions, context, that's the narrative mode. And the sources we looked at really emphasize that this is our default for understanding people and situations.
Okay, I get the context. Burner set the stage.
Yeah.
But why? Why is story mode, better for knowledge? We hear memory benefit a lot, but what's actually happening in the brain?
It really boils down to causality. Think about it. When you just memorize a definition, say, it kind of floats there alone. That's what we call inert knowledge. It doesn't really connect to anything.
Right, useless outside the test.
Exactly. But when you put that same fact into a story, your brain automatically starts building connections. It links character A's action to consequence B, which then leads to event C. It's building a chain. And that chain structure, that cause and effect flow, is how we naturally process the world. It's why we remember stories better. They mirror life.
Okay, that makes sense. Like, everyone remembers struggling with a textbook definition, right? And then maybe a teacher tells a quick story about it, and bam, it sticks.
Precisely.
Huh.
That's escaping the inert knowledge trap. So if you want to make abstract ideas truly unforgettable, the trick is, well, you have to intentionally wrap them in a narrative. You have to build that structure yourself.
So it's not just about hearing stories, it's about making them.
Yes, that's the crucial step for really embedding the knowledge. The shift has to be from just passively taking information in to actively using it, deploying it. The platform we're discussing actually forces this. It doesn't just quiz you on the definition.
How does it do that? What kind of tasks are we talking about?
It asks you to demonstrate what the definition does. There are a couple of key ways. First, you might get asked to write a short case study. Find a company, maybe one that succeeded or maybe one that failed, because they either used or ignored the principle you just learned.
Ah, okay, so you take something abstract, like, say, market adaptation, and you have to connect it to a real story. Company X did this, and this happened.
Exactly. It anchors the concept, gives it real-world weight, makes it memorable because you built the connection.
Got it. And the second task?
The second one pushes it further into communication. You might have to craft a compelling story specifically designed to persuade a colleague about something. So now you're not just remembering, you're thinking about audience, about skepticism, about using narrative to influence someone.
Oh, I like that. It's a double whammy. First, the case study makes the info stick in your head because you created the context. Then, the persuasion task teaches you how to actually use that knowledge to convince someone else.
That's precisely the dual benefit. You get highly memorable information, sure, but you also develop that absolutely critical skill, using narrative effectively, to communicate, to persuade.
So it really transforms the knowledge. It stops being just a definition on a page.
Right. Becomes an actionable tool, a communication skill ready to be deployed. You don't just know the concept, you know how to tell its story, its success story, its failure story, and honestly, that's often more valuable.
That really reframes things, makes
Yeah.
you think. So for everyone listening, if narrative thinking is so key to making sense of things, maybe ask yourself, what concept are you wrestling with right now? What idea just isn't sticking? Could it be that it's missing a story? Maybe it's a story you need to create?